G'day everyone, my name is David Meyer and welcome back to First Time Reefer TV. And today, the tank 100% looks like shit because I haven't really been paying much attention to it. But I got my boy Jack here from Nature Aquariums. Say hello, Jack.
Hello everyone.
Introduce yourself, what do you do, what do you love, what do you keep? Tell us about yourself.
Alright, so...
apart from walks on the beach and music.
and holding hands. I keep I've got a couple of tanks at home. I've got a little seahorse tank and then a 650 litre planted aquarium and then a 60p that's also planted with blue cherry shrimp in there.
Beautiful. 60p is the ADA series of tanks,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So ADA
3
series,
tanks at home?
3 tanks, yep. And a big pond with big goldfish in there.
How many litres is the pond?
About 2,000.
Really?
Yeah. So me and my brother built that one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Fan project.
Outdoors?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And massive goldfish?
About that size.
Goldfish or like goldfish?
Like goldfish.
Okay, real goldfish.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't want to go to jail.
So you're here today. We are going to rip this tank apart. So today I'm going to move all the corals out of the tank, getting rid of all the fish out of the tank. We're taking this scape out because I have this never-ending battle with hair algae in this tank. And I thought, you know what? It's easier just to take the rock out and start with a new scape. But also, you guys will probably remember in one of my previous videos, we were down at the HIA Homeshow with Nature Aquariums, and you'll see the Cade Pro Reef in that video, which I'll show here somewhere. And Steve said this. Yes, it does look a little bit better than mine, but I think this tank, fix that. This tank here has inspired me to come back. I'm going to rip the tank apart and I'm going to start again. So then I took him up on his offer, shot down to Nature Aquariums. They had a scape there ready for me, all ready to go, glued together, ready to go into my tank. So I can't wait to show you guys that scape. Let's get booging on this tank and let's do it. Where's the fish? Fish? Good boy. Where's the fish? Alright, so I've got to talk a little bit more quiet because my baby's sleeping, but I've got this tank set up over here. I'm going to take all the coral and all the live rock and chuck it in there, get a little wave maker in there and a heater to keep that going, to make sure the live rock stays live, corals stay alive, just long enough for us to get the new scape into the tank. And get that running again, and I can monitor my water parameters before we need to change anything. So we're going to rip these corals off now. We can probably just chuck them straight to that tank now, and then we'll take some water out of the tank. Just in case we didn't say this before, Jack actually works at Nature Aquariums, so he's come out to give me a hand today because this was going to be a really shitty job to do on my own. And I needed that second opinion from someone once we get the scape into the tank. So let's dive into it now. Settle, stir up the sand, get rid of all that detritus and all the crap. After we get the fish out of the tank and the big siphon out of the tank, we'll start placing the rock in. Now it's really important that your rock sits on the glass of the tank and there's no sand underneath, so then the rock can't move once it starts moving around the tank. If you need to learn about scaping, I can link you to one of the previous videos that I did when I first set up the tank. So let's pull some fish out. So we've got the corals out of the tank sitting over there. We've got the fish out of the tank sitting down there. We're given all the plumbing fittings on the tank, including the random flow generator, a massive soak and some straight vinegar to try and clean that up. We've scrubbed all the glass, took all the detritus out. Now we're going to start putting the rock in while the water's nice and low, so then we've got a bit of space to move and you're not going through water. So we're going today with Caribsea Liferock, which is what I had previously in the tank. So I'm a huge fan of the Caribsea Liferock because the colour on the rock is actually quite natural to me, and it really fits the tank, and I had a lot of success with it before. A lot of people say that it leaches phosphates. I've got undetectable nearly phosphates in my tank, but that could also be because the algae was consuming it, but I'm going to say that's probably false. So like I said before, I've got Nature Aquariums to build this for me because I just purely don't have time. So I'll be right back. So to get some scissors or a knife. So you guys have just recently got this back in stock at the shop, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, stock
20 boxes.
20 boxes in, and there's a few different pieces, right? So you got the base rock.
Yeah, there's base rock. There's shapes, which is archways and things like that. And there's also base rock with holes in it, so your fish can have somewhere to hide.
Check out how well it's been packaged by the team, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, so I was doing the weekend. I saw a customer doing a scape with the ones. So it's essentially like hollow in the middle.
Yeah.
With like essentially like
like
base
a
rock
dome.
on the outside. It's like a dome,
Yeah.
and you could stack. So I watched them stack all on top of each other. So I thought that was really cool, and it made it really easy to scape. So essentially, I wanted to open up my scape a little bit. I'll jump back in the frame. I wanted to open up my tank a little bit because I realised with the scape that I had, if I was to start really stacking it with SPS or any sort of corals that grew quite large, there was actually no space left for the fish. And that really sunk in when I saw the tank at the home show that they had. So then it was from then where I really decided to get a new scape going into the tank. So I don't know how I'm going to pull these out.
Tear it.
So I've been given a photo of how to get this back into the tank and how it should sort of look. So you can see here, I'll walk over. Hope that's in focus. They use Aquaforest Stone Fix to glue all the rocks together and let it dry overnight. The fantastic thing about Stone Fix is the joint nearly looks invisible, and you can't even really tell that it's there because it's obviously the colour of stone, right?
It's also rock hard in half an
rock
hour.
hard, it sets like full cement. So that's 1, 2, 3. It looks like 3 pieces of rock there to create that, which is pretty cool. So that's the first piece. Get that down here. Or should we just go straight to the tank?
May as well.
Let's go straight to the tank. So this one here, I should probably show you a photo of how it's meant to look, but I'm sure we can figure it out. So because I've got sand in the tank, I'm just going to wiggle the rock around to make sure that I know that it's touching onto the glass. So that's the first piece. And then there's another second piece. Thank you for packing it so well, guys. What other types of rock can you get for your tank, Jack?
Other varieties of rock on the market currently are real reef. They have a bit more of a purpley tone. They have a shell, which Caribsea don't.
Yep.
So a shelving piece.
So they're sort of like flat pieces, aren't they?
Yeah, just a flat piece. Good for presenting corals that maybe need a little bit more light. You can put it up higher in the aquarium. Also corals that may sting other corals frequently. The shelf adds a bit of more protection.
Yep.
The beauty of the shelf as well is it's flat, so you can just put corals on top and have to glue them.
Yeah.
You're not in precarious spots.
I suppose in like the reefs out in the ocean, there's like naturally occurring shelves, right? And then you've also got live rock too, don't you?
Yeah, and there's also just a wild harvested live rock, which seems to be people are turning away from it. Because you do get hitchhikers and things that may be unwanted coming in with the rock.
Check out this piece. So that's the the main piece there. That's made up of, looks like 5 or 6 different pieces. And that's going to be fantastic just to fix coral to everywhere. That's a huge piece. So that's going to be like the show piece of the tank. As you can still see, it's still pretty wide open. So we're going to try and get this in there. So once we've got all the rock in the tank, I've got the photo. We'll get Mr. Snail out of the way. I've got the photo of how it's meant to look. And we'll try and get it looking like that. We'll be back in a second. I'm just going to pull up this photo, have a quick discussion with Jack off camera.
Oh, I liked it.
Well done, Adam.
Is that your old one?
That's my old scape, yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
Sell it.
So it's going to sit there until you sell it?
Nah. Let's go check the salt.
Yeah.
So I've got 100 litres missing. I've got 100 litres mixing in my RO, which I've just added salt to it. It's been heating all day. Wave maker's going. We'll go check the salinity now, and then we can start talking about the tank. What do you think of the scape? Aye. Alright, so we're in my water station out in the garage. It's a little bit messy, so I'm not going to show you that side because that side's bad enough for you. So we're going to check the salinity. So this is my RO container that holds 100 litres from my RO unit over there. We're going to check the salinity to make sure that it's at 1026, which is what I run my tank at. And I use a Milwaukee refractometer. That's a digital one. I've had it for a good part of a year now. I've got a second hand. I think they're about 300 something bucks brand new. There are much cheaper options available now in regards to digital refractometers, but back then this was the best one. So Jack's going to show us how to do a reading on that one. So we suck the water out of the tank, turn the unit on, essentially drip it on like that, right, and then you hit read. 1026, bang on.
Master.
And we weighed out 4
Who
kilos.
weighed that out?
This master boy here weighed out 4 kilos, and I didn't believe him that the tank needed 4 kilos, but he read the instructions and boom, 1026. So 100 litres to 4 kilos of the Aquaforest reef salt, and we got bang on 1026, as you can see. So now the water is warm because I've had the heater going in there all day with a wave maker. Salinity is correct, so now we can fill up our tank. So I kind of filled up all my buckets with RO water, and I had no water drums left, but luckily we got Fish Tank MacGyver, who has a full hose in his car. Jack does a lot of maintenance for their customers at Nature Aquariums, so he's got a lot of this stuff. He's got a pump as well in the car. So we've connected, you probably can't see that. So we've connected the pump to all the tubing down to this pump here. Just going to go in there and we're going to pump water to the tank. No carrying buckets, yeah! And why the hell have I never done this before? So we've got the pump inside the drum. Running. A long ass hose. In here.
I'm going to be here for a while.
Thanks, Fish Tank MacGyver. Oh man, I need to update my water station to incorporate this for water changes. This makes things so much easier.
Because I'm wasting my life standing in front of taps.
Yes, it would suck. I suppose like when you do your maintenance, like this would be so much easier to do water changes for you, right?
Oh yeah.
Especially, I assume you do a lot of your maintenance at night time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Definitely no.
Awesome. Fittings and power head soaking a bit of vinegar, scrubbing away all the stuff now with the exclusive FTRTV tool sponsored by
Oral-B.
If you'd like your own FTRTV tool, shoot me a message and I'll get one out to you. They're great for obviously scrubbing down the tools and stuff like this, but also getting into the tank to scrub some rock work to keep your hand out of the tank. Now tell me, what does the vinegar do?
Vinegar is very acidic, so as acid does, it breaks down carbonate hardness. So the coralline algae uses KH to build itself. So the vinegar actually just eats the coralline algae that's hardened onto the
just melts
equipment.
any crap that's on
just
there.
Literally melts it away, eats it up.
Because it was pretty hard to scrub before.
Yeah, so
but now I know the lighting's pretty average.
coralline free.
All of our fittings.
Coralline free. Don't even have to scrub it. Barely.
Beautiful. And like everyone's seen, that RFG is one of the best things that, or one of the most favourite things that I've added to the tank. It certainly helps with the water flow around the tank. So we've got the tank full now. I'm going to give you a quick look so you don't see the scape. We'll do a bit of a reveal later. That's why I didn't do a video of the tank filling up or anything, because I really want to surprise you guys with this scape. I'm blown away by it. I love how open it is, and I love the way that it looks. I think it's a much bigger improvement compared to what I had last time, which is all sitting in the tank there next to Jack's glass of orange juice. All my corals. So now we get all these fittings back in the tank. We can start her up, and then I'll show you everything.
Brand new. Oh,
that's the middle one. One of the other things I love about the Pro Reef is having that little extra of a circulating chamber in the back tank. Certainly helps with flow around the tank, and if you've got a certain spot around your rock work that's not really getting hit by the wave maker, or the flow is a little bit slow around it, directing that nozzle towards it makes a huge difference. So I've got the RFG, which you're going to squeeze on. You're right with that one.
So just click on it.
Just that one there. So just screw in. You got it?
There we go.
Yep. That's really tight.
I don't know how you want it.
So that's that.
Wave maker doesn't make it.
And let the wave maker to go on. I should ask, do we need to rinse the vinegar off, or is it actually pretty harmless again to the tank?
Pretty harmless. I mean, the amount of acidity that will be residual on there won't have any effect on 200 litres.
Just on the side wall there, and we'll work out where that needs to be a little bit later. Beautiful. Oh, you guys have sort of seen the scape. So we'll get this tank started now, and then we'll show you what the tank looks like. Alright, so we've got the tank full of water now. Jack's just there. We'll scrub the tank clean, full of water. I'm going to get the tank running now, making sure everything's okay, all the fittings are back on it, make sure everything's alright with it, and hopefully there's no leaks, no problems, and then I'll show you the scape after. So Jack, that plug down there, mate, you want to plug that in? So I'll bring you guys over. Just plug it in there. The IG shooting water across the tank. And we'll fill up both sides. You can see all the detritus getting blown about. Right. You see the water level in the sump drop. Still a little bit of residual crap on the bottom there, but we'll take care of that. Now I've got some other stuff coming, so this is no longer a refugium, so that light's going to come off. That marine block will sit like that so it doesn't trap too much stuff underneath it. Now I'm really excited to show you guys what I'm going to do to this sump area. I'm not going to have time now because I needed a few bits and pieces to get it going, but we'll get rid of all this crap, and then hopefully tomorrow I can do a video on that and show you guys how that area is going to look and what I've got planned for that. I've also got new plans for this thing. We're going to go for a bit of an upgrade, and I can't wait to show you that. Alright, so we've got the tank full of water again, it's running and everything is running perfectly. Thank God there's no leaks on the floor because my wife probably would have killed me. So as you can see, the scape's much more open now. I know the water's a little bit cloudy, so you're probably not going to be able to see it too clearly. There's a bit of shit floating around in there. But you can see there's one sort of arch across that way and one arch that way, which is actually made up of two separate bommies. So one in the foreground and one in the background. So there's actually sort of like a three-way freeway happening through the middle of the rockwork there. I love how much more open it is, which is one of the things that I mentioned to the guys at Nature Aquariums, that I wanted to open up the tank more to allow more space for corals. So thank you so much to Jack from Nature Aquariums coming out to help me. I know he's wearing a Red Sea t-shirt and Steve's probably going to kill him for not wearing the Nature Aquariums t-shirt, but we won't tell him. Man, this has made it so much easier. We've knocked this out in 2 hours. Thank God, because I would have been here all night, probably staying up to like 2 o'clock in the morning if I didn't have your help. Especially because you're the aquarium MacGyver who had a pump and hose and everything else in his car ready to go. But we'll do a couple of pan shots of this now. We'll come back to this tank once I've got those other items that I've already received for the tank, which is over there. And I can't show you guys yet, but I'm really excited to get them on the tank. And as always, guys, until next time, peace!